weekend edition. A resolve to Haiti's crisis progresses for regional leaders. Saturation patrols a success. And independent security high. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. CARICOM leaders still finding ways to resolve Haiti's crisis. Good afternoon, I'm Jimenita Swain. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for joining us. The ongoing dilemma in the region's most impoverished country dominated this week's annual CARICOM Heads of Government meeting agenda in Trinidad and Tobago. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Frederick Mitchell, is weighing in on the crisis in Haiti and the efforts to return political stability. Cleopatra Murphy leads us off tonight.
As Haiti continues to be ravaged by gang violence and political unrest, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, is feeling optimistic that with CARICOM's assist, Haiti's already postponed elections can be held in under 2 years.
We think that we can get to elections in 18 months, and if they're free and fair and the security position allows, then things should be good.
This is, as he says, they hope to keep momentum going after a recent meeting in Jamaica, including the CARICOM-appointed Eminent Persons Group led by former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie. Mitchell says a political solution must be found for Haiti that has been in turmoil since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in July 2021.
The result is that and other factors have the economy in Haiti is near collapse. There's no governance penetration in the country. The violence is out of order. So we need a political solution there to have a government which is legitimately elected based on one person, one vote. And that's what CARICOM is trying to accomplish.
ZNS News caught up with the Minister of Foreign Affairs on the sidelines of the 45th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Port of Spain, Trinidad. As for CARICOM's relevance to the Bahamas, the minister says you simply can't survive on your own.
It's in gatherings like this that you have an impact. And so as a group, we've got to know what our ideas are, our experiences. For example, on the crime front, you have these common experiences with the question of firearms and all the rest of that. And then, of course, the climate change issue, which our Prime Minister says is the #1 foreign policy issue for him. So that's the reason why we're in it. That's the reason it's relevant.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now to news from the crime beat. Police seizing over 120 pounds of suspected marijuana in 2 separate drug busts yesterday. Officers of the Customs Department's K9 unit found 4.5 pounds of suspected marijuana after searching a storage bin in its Windsor Field warehouse. Police say the drugs have an estimated street value of $4,500 and was subsequently handed over to police. No arrests were made then. 4 crocus sacks of suspected marijuana worth an estimated $116,500 was confiscated from the Bacardi Road area around 7:30 last night by Operation Ceasefire officers that included Royal Bahamas Defense Force Marines after searching bushes in that area. No arrests were made in connection with the discovery. Active police investigations into both matters continue. Well, there's a reported decrease in crime across all divisions here in the capital, and National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, is attributing this to saturation patrols. Now that the government has provided additional resources in manpower and specialized vehicles in recent weeks to the police force, Minister Munro says the objectives in fighting crime are being achieved due to the timely response to criminal matters.
I can report that as of the 5th of July, the Royal Bahamas Police Force has taken delivery of the final tranche of vehicles. They're currently being outfitted. They will join the vehicles already involved in saturation patrols, as well as some of them will be tasked to the Family Islands. Persons in the Family Islands have been complaining to me from the time I took office. There's a lack of police vehicles in the Family Islands, and it's the Commissioner's intent to ensure that every Family Island receives at least 1 light truck. If you just think about the terrain in the Family Islands, that's clearly a more suitable patrol vehicle.
To serve with love, family members, former Royal Bahamas Defense Force colleagues, and dignitaries marking a momentous occasion by remembering one of its pioneers. Mukesh Lapinder explains.
Former Defense Force Commodore Davy Roll returns home to the Coral Harbor base, and welcoming him, the current top brass of the force, headed by his successor, Dr. Raymond King. Honoring one of its legends, the Defense Force on Thursday officially renamed its technology building the Davy Franklin Roll Operations Command Center, a fitting salute to former Commodore's iconic role in progression. As Captain Carlin Bethel noted during the opening, the renaming symbolizes a transformation, highlighting the RBDF's evolution and steadfast commitment to remembering its pioneers. Highlighting Roll's attributes, National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, credited the former RBDF head as being firm but understanding, a trait, he said, one wishes to see in all leaders.
As this building is named, this administration recommits itself to this organization, recommits itself to building out the bases that will be necessary for decentralization, recommits itself to providing the assets, both surface vessels, technology, manpower, and otherwise, that this organization will truly need to guard our heritage.
Taking it all in, the honoree thanked numerous people, including family and former staffers, noting that he is indeed humbled to have his name affixed to the heartbeat of the Defense Force.
This Charlie 5 India Sierra Romeo framework will collect data from multiple sensors, databases, and other sources locally and regionally, fusing and processing the data in order to have an effective understanding of anything associated with the maritime domain, which could impact the security, safety, economy, or the environment of the Bahamas.
A former grocery boy, Roll was appointed Defense Force Commander on May 30th, 1997. He has served on numerous committees of national and regional importance. After 40 years as a civil servant, he retired. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Mukesh Lapinder.
Well, a passenger on board Bahamas Air's Flight 204 from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Nassau, grateful for the immediate assistance rendered by the in-flight services crew after experiencing a medical emergency yesterday. A Bahamas Air release confirmed the crew followed established protocols to stabilize the situation, and upon returning to the departure gate at the Fort Lauderdale International Airport, the passenger was immediately transferred to the care of medical professionals for further evaluation and treatment. While the safety and well-being of passengers is of the utmost priority, officials at the national flag carrier advise all passengers to immediately notify the airline crew if you're feeling unwell or experiencing any discomfort during your flight. And this programming note of reminder as ZNS continues its live coverage of the 2023 Bahamas Games, there's a change in this weekend's news broadcast schedule. Before tomorrow's official 50th Independence celebrations, the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, will air at 4 p.m. here on the ZNS TV network, and the evening report on the Bahamas Radio Network will air at 1 p.m. Well, still ahead, thousands attending the Bahamas Gala last evening. We'll have more Independence after the break. Stay with us.
Now is the time to start living the life you've always dreamed of. Purchase that new car. Consolidate debt. Make your house a home, or switch your mortgage to lower your monthly payments. And BOB will be with you every step of the way to help you live your very best life. With the lowest consumer loan rates in the country, we are BOB, your bank of solutions.
most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Hi, my name is Amanda Ferguson with Biggity Candle Company. With $100, we were very pleased to know that we were offered another way for customers to make payments that were digital. We don't like handling cash, the physical cash anymore. It's safer that way. I can tell you that, I won't go back. I much rather the transactions being on my phone. It's simple, it's instantaneous, and my customers have actually really loved it too.
Do business better with $100. Learn more at $100.bs.
Vaccines protect those we love the most, our children and our grandchildren. I vaccinated my children to protect them. Getting your child immunized can protect them against diseases like polio, measles, whooping cough, and others. So protect your child today by getting them immunized. My grandchildren are vaccinated. You should do the same. Vaccinate your children and your grandchildren and make sure they are safe.
Vaccines are essential for new and returning students. As you begin back-to-school preparations, ensure that your children's vaccinations are up to date. All vaccines are available at all public health clinics.
Today, our coral reefs are in dire straits. They are dying at an alarming rate.
These ecosystems are under lots of threats.
There's multiple strategies for saving coral reefs, and one of the strategies is in restoration.
So we can start to revitalize the reef systems and protect the marine life in the Bahamas.
It's all about increasing environmental awareness.
Atlantis believes healthy reefs support a healthy Bahamas.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
It was a golden night for a golden anniversary. Thousands of Bahamians and international dignitaries, including a United States Congresswoman and an African president, at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort last night, attending the official 50th Independence Gala. The grand event was held under the patronage of Prime Minister Philip Davis and his wife. While testing out his footwork, the Prime Minister reflected on how the Bahamas' 50th year transformed.
50 years ago, the father of our nation, Prime Minister Lyndon Pindling, stood before the countries of the world, gathered at the United Nations in New York, and petitioned that our newly born Commonwealth of the Bahamas be accepted and recognized as an equal. Now, 50 years later, the world comes to the Bahamas. Look how far we have come.
The Prime Minister also reflected on the rights and freedoms made available in the country's preamble to the Constitution, acknowledging how much the country offers.
And over the course of the next few days, our past meets our future. The achievements and progress of the past 50 years are the foundation upon which we will build our future. That future is reflected in each one of you. in every single person in the communities you hail from, and in the role you each have to play in securing our national development. We may disagree as we battle through the frustrations and challenges of this present age, but underneath, all of we is one family. All of we is one.
The Prime Minister welcomed special guests, including the President of Rwanda, Prime Minister of Grenada, Deputy Premier of Bermuda, the Commonwealth Secretary General, and U.S. Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Add to that, former Prime Ministers, members of the Cabinet and Judiciary, as well as other senior government officials.
Let us give God thanks. From Nassau to Inagua, Bahamas. Freeport to Iguana, Golden Anniversary, Happy Independence. So now please join me in raising your glasses, a toast.
Prime Minister Davis and Dame Marguerite Pendling shared the first dance of the night. Dame Marguerite dressed in the white ball gown she wore 50 years ago when she danced with the then Prince Charles of Britain. Independent Secretariat Chairman, Her Excellency Leslie Miller Price, who celebrated her birthday on July 7th, was proud to show her patriotism.
Efforts to join us in celebration speaks of our country's significant contributions, notable achievements, and world-renowned hospitality. We welcome you, and we look forward to continuous opportunities to celebrate and work side by side.
If you've been tuning into the news over the past few days, then you may have seen staff members at the Department of Local Government go head-to-head in an independence-inspired competition. And after 3 long days, that competition has finally come to a close. Here's Anthony Smith with the wrap-up.
Who will take the title of best of the best in this down-home battle? Well, the answer to that question starts right now.
Group number 1 is group number 1.
From the water of the outdoor wells to a hot cast iron pan perched on rocks, what's a down-home battle without a little music to pair? These the sounds of day 3 of the local government department's All Things Bahamian competition. With groups 2 and 3 out of the way, it was an all-out war to see if group 1 would eventually live up to its name.
Local government is made up of staff from around the Bahamas, and the competitiveness comes with that intense loyalty to our island of origin.
And so, take us back to the island, they did.
And we wanted to decide what menu. If you're going to go to Cat Island, you're going to get the flour cake. If you're going to go to Abaco, you're going to get the seafood. Rum Key, San Salvador, Long Island, they wanted the mutton. And so it all came together with what we know.
And in the end, that would be just enough, with Group 3 taking in 3rd prize, Group 2 falling in at 2nd, and the aptly titled Group 1 taking home the prize. It's a sweet victory for the teams who for 3 days went head-to-head, but in the end, teamwork proved sweeter than a win.
We are the better. We are winners. Yes. And that's what independence is all about. Bring us all together and uniting and family.
Very seldom. Even after 50 years, we really appreciate who we are as a people and who we are as a country, and from where we were to where we are. And so it's important for me and for the team to ensure that we show appreciation, we celebrate who we are as a people.
A people with one nation, one legacy, and one future. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoine Smith.
Well, troublemakers will be harshly dealt with. That's the warning from the Royal Bahamas Police Force as security has been heightened for this weekend's independence celebrations. Assistant Police Commissioner Ken Strawn declared more than 1,100 police officers are mobilized to secure venues and keep attendees safe for independence activities, including Sunday's celebrations at Clifford Park, which begin at 5 p.m. And if you're going to Clifford Park tomorrow, you will be electronically screened at the entry point. Police also advise the public to travel lightly. Extended parking will be available on West Bay Street next to the Courtyard Marriott Resort. the Botanical Gardens off Marcus Bethel Way, and the Ministry of Health's Meeting Street headquarters parking lot. Now, persons who park there can take a shuttle bus to Clifford Park, where additional seating will be provided, including for the disabled.
Added to it is more than 12,000, given what has already been set in place, and that's aside from what was there previously to host spectators at that event. And security, no doubt, will be enforced, and there will be a number of road closures to meet the demands of what is taking place at Clifford Park. And I must remind you, the event starts at 5 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. Parking, no doubt, is a concern for persons coming to that arena.
Producer of Sunday's Independence program, Fred Ferguson, describes it as special.
We have a cast of 300 dancers. We have a choir of 100 voices. We have the children's choir. We have the Bahamas Music Academy string players. And then it ends with the march on and the raising of the flag. I just want to say this year, normally we don't have the police band that plays the song Praise by themselves when the flag is going up. This year, we're going to have them joined with a 100-voice choir with the string that I told you about earlier. So it's going to be a massive sound that we feel across the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Lastly, when the national anthem is being played this year with the police band, we're inviting the entire Bahamas, those who are watching this interview, those who will be watching on that day, to stand wherever they are. Jump out of your cars, and you're going to sing the national anthem with the police band this year so we can all feel that depth of patriotism. It's 50 years, and this only happens once in a lifetime.
Well, BTC will power up Clifford Park this weekend with free Wi-Fi thanks to the Park Connect initiative. The social joint partnership between BTC and government bridges the digital divide by providing free internet access at designated constituency parks and community centers throughout the Bahamas. Bahamians and all in attendance will be able to capture, share, and preserve this iconic 50th Independence celebration of Golden Jubilee, ecumenical service, military tattoo, and cultural show at the Independence Family Fun Day, all taking place on Clifford Park this weekend. Well, the country's oldest singing group, the Regent Bells, celebrated their 75th anniversary this past Thursday night with a gala concert at Remnant Tabernacle on Carmichael Road that was attended by Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis. The group's well known for their loved Bahamian popular gospel songs like Hold the Wind, Dry Bones, Lord, I Don't Mind, and Send Down the Fire. The talented singers were pleased the Prime Minister enjoyed the concert from start to finish. Congratulations to the Regent Bells on its 75th anniversary. Also, we want to extend a sincere apology and correct the information in our story on the arrival of President of Rwanda earlier this week. We reported that he landed at Odyssey Aviation when he arrived at Jet Aviation Thursday afternoon. Again, ZNS News apologizes for this error. Well, stay with us. Tonight's weather forecast is after the break.
Weston Hardware, the only complete store with everything you need, specializing in a complete line of brand name power tools and accessories, lighting, electrical, plumbing, and bathroom fixtures, household supplies, and auto cleaning products. A complete paint department specializing in Valspar paints, Minmax wood finishings, and more. Our lumber and building department is fully stocked. Ask about our studs and tracks manufactured locally to your specification. Free delivery to your location and all here at Weston Hardware. Telephone 377-0058.
Visit us at www.westonhardware.net.
Disasters strike with little to no warning. We hope for the best, but should be prepared for the worst. And you understand that an always online communication system plays a critical role in business as usual when emergencies occur. At Teleport One, we can prepare your business to operate as normal with our many voice, data, and video solutions. Contact us today and let our team ensure that you operate business as usual. 502-4550 or email sales@teleportone.com.
RBC will soon be celebrating 115 years in the Caribbean,
inspiring us to continue to look forward for better ways to support you.
So we're making changes to serve you the best we can.
And continue to listen to your needs. We want to be clear
that we will continue to strive for better.
To look forward to you being our customers, community, partners, and employees.
Working together as our parents and even our grandparents did.
A chain of islands with a common horizon.
RBC, committed and invested in the region now and into the future.
Car insurance, home insurance, marine insurance, this insurance, that insurance. The truth is, you may not like it very much, but you need insurance, and it has to work for you. That's why Summit insurance policies are designed with you and your life in mind, fitting your lifestyle and needs perfectly. So you can rest comfortably knowing that your car, home, boat, and business are well taken care of. Contact our agents at Insurance Management today. Summit Insurance. We peak above all others.
Agape Church invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee as senior pastor of Agape Church. As Bishop McPhee's tenure comes to a close, we want to celebrate her indomitable spirit and legacy of love. The atmosphere will be charged with the electricity of love and appreciation as we indulge in sumptuous culinary delights, captivating entertainment, and engaging conversations. Mark your calendars. Secure your reservations. Friday, the 25th of August, 2023. Cocktail reception begins at 7 p.m. and the dinner starts at 8 p.m. at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Paradise Island. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the church's office. For more information, call 242-328-6937.
Business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
Farmer, the Ministry of Agriculture wants to honor you with a fancy trophy and cash prize. Just show us what you produce. No, you have to grow it yourself. You can't just grab something out your freezer. The good news is it's open to schools, community groups, young farmers, established farmers, goat, chicken, pig, once you do the farming. To find out more, go to adiobahamas.org. The Agrarian Awards, September 16th.
At Original Patties, quality is always job number one. With 2 convenient locations, you have twice the opportunity to enjoy our beef, chicken and veggie patties, escabeche fish, chicken and mutton roti, and our succulent jerk chicken and pork. Choose from a wide selection of